Okay, so this course is all about consumer insight. So what I will do is I will be discussing about how I will take you through in today's classes. I will talk to you about consumer decision journey, and this will be B2C and B2B, and we will try to understand consumer behavior. Once we have understood this, then we will talk about consumer insight. Yeah. So let's start with consumer decision journey. So when I'm talking about consumer decision journey, I would like to take you through different phases of the journey. Yeah. And the journey will vary, it varies depending on the context. Talk about the phases. So generally when a consumer goes through a decision journey, the first thing which he comes across is need need recognition. Yeah, please mute your personal talks. Need recognition. So whether it is this context or this context, unless and otherwise an individual or a department does not feel the need for a product, a service, or a solution, they would not go for this journey. Yeah. So first is you have to make the consumer or the client recognize the need, and the need should be extremely salient. Why? Because only when it is salient, only when it is important, relevant, significant, will the customer or the client have the urge for an action. I repeat, only when if a customer or a client feels the salience of the need, he will have a urge for action. Action may be to find out a solution. Action may be to search for a solution and then go for the action, meaning buy the product or the service. Now, when I'm talking about making the need salient, that can only be possible in two ways. One is through internal or external stimulus, meaning, let's say I am a consumer, the need to have a glass of water can be having an internal stimulus, meaning when biologically there will be a need for the water, meaning I feel thirsty and I feel really thirsty, I will go for a glass of water. That is internal, driven by the consumer or the client's internal system. External stimuli is, let's say I am taking the class, somebody brings a glass of water and keeps it in front of me, I will feel thirsty. That's the external stimuli, which is developed, used, displayed by the marketers. So marketers have to bring the external stimuli, or anybody other than the individual has to make the stimuli appear in the external environment, right? For example, let us say I don't have a TV. I see a TV set in my aunt's house. I feel I should also have a TV. So that's the external stimuli. Or I go to a retail store and see a very good display of an apparel on a mannequin. I may have a need to go for the apparel to fulfill the need to appear beautiful or different or unique or stylish, whatever. Unless and otherwise these two stimuli or any one does not get triggered, the person will not recognize the need, hence no urge, no action. The most important part of the journey, otherwise the journey will not start. As a marketer or a brand manager, how can you go for a stimuli which would trigger a need, an external stimuli? So there are different ways how you can trigger the need and make the actual and desired state quite obvious, quite different, distant. Example. Actually, I am dark. In my skins are dark, let's say. I have a desire to be having a skin which is fair, and the desire is very strong. So, between the actual and the desire, the gap is so big that I have a need for a cream which will help me to make my skin appear fair. Unless and otherwise, this gap is not wide, I may not attend to buy the product. Sometimes what happens, a person's actual and desired state are same. Hence, there will be no need. For example, if I think my skin is dark and dusky and I am happy about it, so I have no desired state. I don't want to be fair, so no need. You, even if you want to make me feel no, you should go for a fair skin, I will not. And I don't desire to have them. Right? Got it? Now, let us say I have actual need. That need is my skin is dark. This is actual state. And the desired state, I want to look fair, and so heavily is the desire. So, either as a marketer, you can make the desire to appear very, very acute, or as an individual, you yourself can realize the desired state. So, there has to be a difference in the state of affairs. Let me give the example of the TV. So let's say I have a TV, ordinary TV. Ordinary, go to Arpit and I see Arpit using very, stylish mobile or smart mobile or technically advanced mobile. If as an individual, I am not interested to go to that desired state, I'm very clear. I don't want to have a smart, phone. You cannot convince me. Do you mean to say that marketers will leave such type of consumers, not convince them? No, no. Marketers have to understand why this lady does not want to have a smart gadget like mobile, like TV. What could be the reason? Once you can discover that reason, which is called consumer insight, then you will be able to address the consumer behavior in the context of consumer journey, more specifically the need recognition. Could I make? You are saying my voice is very low. All are able to hear me?
Your voice is echoing little.
Equally
It's
Probably
on a
can.
very lower side, so
low.
not properly audible.
So let me get a headphone then. Just a minute. Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. So, should I repeat what I taught just now?
Ma'am, please let's
Yes.
carry on for the next.
Yeah. So, what I'm saying in this course, I will be touching upon consumer insight in detail. But in today's class, I will take you through consumer decision journey. Please see the whiteboard. This consumer decision journey will be specific to B2B and B2C. When I say B2C, it is business to consumer. When I say B2B, it is business to business. And then we will touch upon consumer behavior and consumer insight as we progress through the sessions. To start with, I started with consumer decision journey. Consumer decision journey has certain phases. You need to understand the phase of the decision journey and the context. The decision journey varies. Context means the platform. If it is a physical buying behavior, or is it that your journey is through a social media or your journey is through online platform? That will differentiate the nature of the journey. To start with, I started with consumer decision journey in the B2C context. So figure out that you are the consumer, yeah, and I am the marketer. So first phase of the decision journey starts with need recognition. So I wrote over here need recognition. So when you are talking about need recognition, first of all, you need to understand what do you mean by need recognition. So as a consumer, if I don't recognize there is a need, naturally, I will not go for the product. But if I recognize there is a need, there will be a urge, and the urge will result in action. I said this need recognition can happen either through an internal stimuli or an external stimuli. What do you mean by internal stimuli? Let's say I am taking class, all of a sudden I feel thirsty. Internally, physiologically, biologically, there is a need. Hence, I will attend by taking a drink of water or a glass of water. But if let us say I am immersed in the class, I did not have any need for water, but somebody comes and puts a glass of water on my table, I get this trigger and I go and have that glass of water. That's the external stimuli. External stimuli may be displayed either by the marketer or by other environmental factors. For example, if you are going to a retail store, a physical retail store, while you are passing through the retail store, you had not made up your mind to buy a apparel. But you see in the retail store a very beautiful apparel displayed on the mannequin. You want to have that apparel so that you also look equally beautiful and you buy it. That's the external stimuli. Till that time, you did not have the need for the product apparel. So this display of mannequin is external stimuli triggered through environmental display, which is called product display or visual merchandising. Let us say, as a marketer, you would like to use the external because you have no control on the internal stimuli. So as a marketer, if you have to work on the external stimuli, and why you want to work on the external stimuli? Because you want to trigger the need. And how can you do it? Please try to bring a distance, a gap between the actual and the desired state of affair. What does it mean? It means if the actual state is, I don't have milk. Every day I drink milk. In the morning I saw no milk. I will rush immediately to the nearby shop to get a milk because my actual state and the desired state, the gap is very high. I want to reach to the desired state. Let me give you another example. I am dark skin, let's say. And my desired state is I'm happy with my dark skin. So there is no gap. But let us say I have a dark skin. I want to have a fair skin. desire is very acute, the gap is very intense, I will go for the product. So it's an internal stimuli which tells me there is a gap, please go and attend the product. What is the external stimuli? The external stimuli over here is if the products are well displayed in the retail store, if the product is well visually appealing, then I will immediately go and buy the product. I need not to struggle hard. There is no pain. It's so seamless, so nice. I can discover the product easily. But if there is no such recognition as a marketer, first your task is to make a person aware of this gap and then make the product available through proper display, advertising, communication, pricing, promotion, making the product available through physical distribution. So first task is to understand, is there a gap? If there is a gap, what to do and how to do? If there is no gap, why there is no gap? So if I'm happy with my dusky skin, I don't want to be fair. Why? Because if you feel as a customer A, dusky, the actual state is dusky skin, the desired state, I'm happy with my dusky skin. Here, you cannot trigger with the external stimuli, not possible. Even if you do, it will be a waste. Why? Because you need to understand why this customer A is not interested to improve the color of the skin. Let us say there is customer B who has a dusky skin and wants to have a fair skin. Easy. You can go for giving lot of, all marketing mix. Good product, good price, good packaging, good physical distribution, good pricing, promotion offers, advertising, anything. You will be easy to penetrate into his mind to trigger the need. Let's go for customer A, another customer, let's say customer C. This customer has a dark skin, wants to go for a fair skin, but is not knowing how to do it, where to do it, what to use, which product to use, is confused. So, as a brand manager, you need to appreciate there are different shades of customer, like customer A, customer B, customer C. You should not approach all of them in the same order. Hence, the first thing which you need to understand in consumer behavior is this is the stimuli. What would be the response? So let us say your stimuli is you are giving lot of free products. What would be the response? There will be increase in purchase because products are given free. With one product, 5 products free. As a marketer, you think this would increase the purchase, it would increase the sales. Not necessarily. Because such type of understanding of consumer behavior does not take into consideration the holistic. What is holistic perspective? Holistic perspective says that consumer do not behave in a linear fashion. What is linear fashion? There is a stimuli, it results in the response. This is linear, straight, simple. This is, advocated by economic school. It says when people have a need, they will go for purchase because of the trade-off between benefit and cost. The benefit is if I buy one product, I get so many free. The utility is I'm getting so many free. But behavioral economic school says this is not simple and linear always and for each situation and for every individual. No. Why? Because they try to explain this linear relation by bringing in other factors. What are the other factors? The other factors are personality and many more, which I will discuss in detail. So many factors influence relation between stimuli and response. Yeah. So therefore, you need to understand, appreciate what are the other factors. The other factors may be related to individual, situation, and Can anyone tell me? So other factors, this other. Other factors may be related to individual, meaning individual personality, individual's learning, individual's perception. Then situational. What is situational factor? Let us say when they are giving me some free products, I don't have much time to buy such type of items. So I have less time, situational factor. Yeah. Any other factor you think? Any other factor? Environmental factor.
Situational factor also.
Environmental factor, situational factor.
The need of the product.
The learnings.
Need has to be there. Where there is no need, there is no discussion. The entire discussion is
The
over.
experience of the individual,
Anything,
feelings of the
experience,
individuals.
learning, personality, perception, attitude. It can be anything related to individual.
Passed
It
by
can
it.
be anything related to situation, or it can be anything related to environment. Yeah, did you get me? So how environment? Let us say I see a lot of customers are queuing in a retail store and buying products which are sold free. I get influenced with their behavior and I follow the herd behavior. What is situational factor? I don't have time. There is a lot of rush. There is a lot of commotion, confusion. I leave the place because I don't have time. Correct? Or I may be an individual who does not believe in free products. I feel the companies cheat. They compromise the quality. So I should not go for anything which is given free. That's my personality, perception. I think. I may be wrong, but that is what influences my behavior. Did you understand? So therefore, you need to understand the first journey is most important. So as a marketer, I come back again to the same question. As a marketer, how this entire thing that the person does not feel the need, but you have to make him feel the need. I don't feel the need to go for preventive health care. I don't feel the need to go for life insurance. I don't feel the need to go for mutual funds and any sorts of financial investment. How can you make me feel the need? Any answers? Are you able to hear me now properly?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
tell me, what are the ways how I can make a person realize that there is a need for the product?
Maybe create a branding campaign or something, realizing the need of that.
Okay, branding.
The easy
Brand awareness.
availability.
Correct.
the
One
easy-
by one, one by one.
Awareness.
One by one.
Uh,
Mayank,
Awareness.
I'm aware
Awareness.
that there are Apollo, Mumbai Hospital, Choitaram, which goes for preventive healthcare. I'm not interested. Yes,
Creating
Ma'am,
Alok.
we can
Alok.
we
by-
create the benefit, show the benefit about it?
Okay, so one is he will show the benefits. Okay.
and the easy availability of the products. Make
So
the easy
less
availability.
pain, less pain. So you can easily go for getting the products, less pain in the entire journey. Okay. Yes.
And
Nilok, Nilok, sorry.
Yes, to make the products available to the customers,
Okay,
like
it
the
is
availability of
available.
the yes.
So yeah, Hartley Davidson is available, Niloy. I don't buy it.
Also to
Pricing
create
and the pricing also there,
where
right?
you
You can
let
go
them
on
know the
listing n
repercussions
number
of not
things.
having an
Somebody is selling
insurance.
price, reputation. Now somebody said, if you don't have insurance, what can be the loss?
actually, there are so many kind of demands available in the market. Like we can categorize the demands as per the product, as per the customer segmentations. And there are so many ways, like if we want to target some any particular customer segment, so we can go in another way and we can adopt. So there are so many factors to create a brand, basically to create a need, not brand. So, for example, for the insurance, if you talk about, so year on year basis, we can see in India also, like by creating and by just highlighting and the benefits of the insurance,
Yeah.
and the industries are touching the emotion connect with the customer also, like Sarukaki Geo and kind of taglines. So,
correct.
so as per the product, as per the solutions we have with us, we can create the need, and we can.
So the gentleman who spoke last, he said, whatever solution we have, meaning the firm has, the company has, the brand manager has, we can provide it to the customer and make him aware of the product or convinced about the product. Yeah. But this is a very dangerous assumption. The assumption is whatever solution you have, you think customers will value those solutions. Yeah. So therefore, when we are talking about consumer behavior and how to make them recognize the need, first understand why they do not recognize the need. Why? Why I'm not going for preventive healthcare? Any reason? Hello? Why am I not going? Understand the why.
Yeah, because the people are not aware about their health. Like they just only concern once they feel that now the situation is out of control. Like in earlier stage. Yeah.
Correct. So as a consumer A, I don't think my health is so dangerous, so severe, and so vulnerable that I need a health checkup or preventive health care. One reason, very good. So I don't think the necessity, because my health is not very vulnerable, the health is not having any element of severity to be worried about. These two elements are not there. No severity, no vulnerability. Why should I go for? There is no necessity. Can there be any other reason why customer A does not go for a health checkup, Rohan?
By supporting the same statement actually. Once we are just for example, if we are in any cardiologist, basically if we are in like any heart hospital, so at the same day we will be thinking about our heart only. If we are just meeting with a dentist, so we will be taking care about the dentist. So it's a basically environmental factor also.
Okay. So any other reason why customer A is not going for a preventive health care? Yes,
fear.
Mr.
It could be the societal thing where, say, in India, people don't think healthcare is preventive is as useful, but compare it to a European or an American company.
Can be possible. So the culture is such that we don't go for preventive. Yeah. Or there is no such policies of making it mandatory. Yeah, possible. Yes. Third reason.
Yeah, thanks, Professor, for giving me chance to speak. What I believe is that I think so they don't see a value for that. If they don't see value in the sense that if they don't see doing a medical health checkup that will impact or that will give him a safety, or because of that, maybe because of his age, he believe that that is not the right time to do the health checkup.
So I will just try to modify what you said, though the point is relevant. I would not say they don't find value. They don't believe in the preventive healthcare checkup. They feel that this system will be a system to take money, to charge money, and tell you about all the elements which you have, which will make you worried. So if you go for preventive healthcare, just to make money, they will tell you do this test, that test, and then you will discover that you have n number of elements. It is better not to discover. So they don't believe in the system and feel that the system will exploit their money, and they would be exploited, and then they will discover many other health elements, which it's good that they don't go for it. So they don't see value because they don't believe in the system. Okay, good. Next.
Hello.
Next. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So I think, as you rightly said, one of the primary reasons why people don't go for a preventive health checkup is they don't want any kind of unpleasant surprises,
That's what I say. Yeah, unpleasant surprises. Very good. So no value because they don't believe in the system. Any other point?
Yes.
Any other reason?
there could be where the customer wants to actually buy but does not have the financial capacity.
Very good. No price, no money. Absolutely right. No money. I don't have. I
Yeah.
want to go for preventive. I don't have that much of money, nor I have that much of, luxury or opportunity. Yeah. Any other reason?
Professor. Yeah, many a time it is also important that they don't feel a fear. Sometimes we buy
That we
it.
have done. They don't think the necessity. No fear, no
Necessity.
vulnerability. That we have covered. Any other?
They fear of getting diagnosed with something. So that's why
Already
they
said. Unpleasant surprises that they will come across some other product.
One more point
Yeah.
actually I want to add
Yeah.
here.
Please.
Sometimes just because of
Just a minute, let the person complete. Yeah, please go ahead.
just because of lack of knowledge, sometimes lack of
Can I put
understanding,
it as lack of resources instead
lack
of
of
only
resources.
knowledge?
Exactly.
Lack of resource because somebody said time. You
And
don't have time. Yeah, you don't have knowledge. You may
And-
not have the facility. All these things, meaning lack of resource. Yes?
yes.
Correct. So now look over here. Customer A may be having this as the reason. Customer B may be having this as the reason. Customer C may be having some other reason. Now, if you force upon them, customer C may have this reason, customer D may have this reason. So if you force upon them a common message or a message which has so many things to tell in one go, it would be quite confusing. So if you design a communication wherein you are offering everything, you confuse consumer by saying everything. Or if you are communicating with a common message, you would not be able to, I would say, appeal to customer A because he is very different than customer D. So probably we need to have a very customized approach. So for that, you need to understand who is your customer, why they are not buying, and how should I develop my product, price, promotion, and physical distribution. Essentially, the marketing mix. Yeah. So let me give you an example of need recognition. So, for example, I want people to recognize the need. So what I will do, I will try to use external stimuli. What can be the external stimuli? One. Take all the P's: product, price, promotion, physical distribution. Take all. Tell me, how can you trigger the need for a product? So let us say the product is an apparel, or it can be a product like, leather bag or things like that. It can be any product. So how can you use product, price, promotion, physical distribution to trigger the need? Yes. Sanjil, tell me. Yeah, Sanjil.
Ma'am, it was by accident. I didn't read it.
Okay, fine. So anybody would like to tell?
Sanyogita, it is Sanyogita. Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, I think you give something in the product which no other competitor is giving.
Okay. You try to give, you offer something which others are not giving. But here, I would slightly differ. How I will differ, I will tell you. Let us say I have no need of a bag.
Okay.
Even if you give a very nice bag, I would not go for it. What I'm saying, madam, how will you make, here now you have to go not for brand, but for category development.
Okay.
Not brand development index.
Okay.
Yeah. So let us say I'm not interested in milk. So if you say go for Amul milk has this advantage, that advantage. I'm not interested in milk. Forget about Amul or any other milk. Yeah.
Okay. So can I have a region where the need is there? I can identify.
So you can give example and then say, I will give you a hint so that you people will be able to. So let us say I have a desktop. Yeah. I don't want to go for laptop. So as a marketer, what can you do with the product so that as an individual, I will switch over from desktop to laptop? Hence, you are triggering a need for a laptop. How? Through product. Yes.
Ma'am, with the help of sharing a USP, unique selling proposition, which will be directly, indirectly connected with the needs of the buyer.
So what will you do in terms of product?
You actually differentiate.
Example, we used to sell the Sunfish biscuit. So we give the proposition called a choti bhook. So it synchronized with the needs of an individual, which help him to buy the product.
Sure. Okay. So what he said, he gave a good example. So let us say product, which is called Fair and Lovely. So as a rural person who does not have lot of money to buy Fair and Lovely, which is very expensive, can the company come up with sachet, which is to do with the product and packaging, so that they are able to afford once at least and fulfill their aspiration of using Fair and Lovely? So product over here, designing the product in such a way through such packaging that you will be able to fulfill their need. They will recognize the need, they will fulfill their aspiration, because now the sachet is low price, which they can afford. Any other example related to product?
I may actually, differentiate the product, and let's go back to your example, which is desktop and laptop, right? And if we talk about 4 Ps, which is product, price, place, and promotion, right? So first of all, we have to differentiate why a laptop is important. You don't need, different cable. It is easy to carry, right? User friendly, but at the same time, it will be expensive, and then you promote it pretty well so that people can have the confidence. Okay, maybe it's a bit expensive, but I'm able to cater to my need, which is helping me, and I'm getting those benefits, right? And of course, you need those promotion example, whether it is social media promotion, banner
That
ads,
will come.
TV.
That will come.
Yeah.
Just hold on. That will come. So when a person has this element, need recognition, maybe as I said, I feel that I can go for a laptop, but I say no, I have a desktop, so I can manage it. No, I don't want to go and waste money on laptop. Let me go for mobile because I have limited resource. So generally at this stage, the first journey, there are different type of conflicts. What are the conflicts? One is called approach. One is called avoid. And one is called approach, avoid. So these are the 3 types of conflict a person comes across. Therefore, he is not settled with going for a laptop in this particular situation. So let us try to understand what they are. So let us say approach. So I want to actually buy a laptop as well as mobile. So which one will I buy? So I think, no, I don't have much money. So I'm confused with mobile and laptop. And then I say, hang on, let me think and take some time. So I will be going on postponing my thought process. Okay, maybe next time I have some other need, I have to address it. So I am confused because both of them are the things which I need. Avoid is, let's say I have a desktop. Yeah, the desktop is not functioning. It is having some problem. So I think I should go for a laptop, but laptop is very expensive. Repair of desktop needs to carry the bulky desktop all the way to the service station. So desktop also I don't want to address and fix it, nor do I want to buy the laptop. Both the things I want to avoid because both of them are painful process. If I buy a laptop, it will be expensive. I already have a desktop, I can still use it, but it has to be repaired, which has to be carried. Both are situations which I want to avoid. Next. Approach and avoid. What is approach, avoid? Approach means you want something but at a cost. So if you want to buy a laptop, it will be very costly and payment of money is pain. Yeah. So therefore, when an individual goes to such type of conflict, first of all, you need to understand what is the conflict he is facing, then try to resolve the conflict. For example, let us say approach. I want to buy a laptop. I want to buy a desktop. What should you do? Can you do something in terms of pricing? Can you go for giving them easy finance? Can you go for giving them some sort of, buy now, pay later options? Think of, yeah. Let's say a person does not want to fix the desktop, nor does he want to buy the laptop. So maybe you can go for an offer, exchange offer. please return your desktop and take a new laptop at a very reduced price. Some offer, some, greed, so that the person acts, behaves, goes for the action. And approach avoid. What is approach? Approach means I want to buy, but I have to pay. So here you have to infuse fear. You can say, fine enough, if you think buying a laptop will cost you, but continuing with the desktop will cost you heavy than buying a laptop. So you have to tell them a comparison between the present cost of continuing with desktop, and how it can, how it can affect your work vis-a-vis buying a laptop, which you think is costly, but overall the cost will be something which you can justify. Please go ahead.
No, Pranita, let us forget this. Okay, what we will do is that we'll keep this price only for this month. Saravanan knows that I need some orders, and now he's taking the. Leave it, Pranita. That's fine, fair enough. Okay, we'll leave this. I'll change the pricing in the next week. So don't worry. Okay, thank you, Pranita. Bye.
Yeah, so therefore you can mix any of the P's, you can focus on one P. Let me give you another example. Sometimes what happens, there may be a customer E, very funny customer. What does he do? He will try to use the product till the time it is not anymore possible to use it. Correct? So companies, what they do, they are now coming up with artificial smart chips, which will give you an indication that the life cycle of the product is over. Don't use this product. It's almost as if you're not using a product. For example, toothpaste. What did they do? They knew that customers...
Good morning. Is the morning really
Mr.
good?
Singh,
On
can
flow.
you just be on mute?
What you call Pranita? I have already given her now. She's calling me back. No, Saravanan is saying no. But you don't give it here. Leave it. Now I'm fed up. Okay,
I'm
you
not
talk to
able to
Vinay
mute from my end.
What do you want to do? Yeah, still more. He wants to
You are
speak
the
more. He wants
host
to take us
now.
to
You can be able
I'm
to.
not able to. It's saying ask to mute, but I'm not able to mute.
Then afterward team will call. He will say no. There are no margins.
Times Pro team, can you please mute the other people?
They should also understand. I'm not asking 2 lakhs rupees more. 1,000 rupees more. Yeah, we are asking.
Who is this guy?
Then what is
Vignesh.
Vignesh,
you say?
can you mute your personal talk?
I think he's stuck with the month-end activity.
Yeah, he's too much.
True.
Yeah, he is not getting his payment.
He's trying to save the money of the organizations. He's not trying to go the discount enough.
Yeah.
Extremely sorry, guys. Extremely sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
we can understand
Extremely
your
sorry.
mindset, but personal talks can be avoided. Yeah.
Of course, yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Yes. So here what I'm saying, if there is a very peculiar person who goes on, like I have been using my laptop, let us say. Now it has become 8 years. Still, I would like to use it because I've invested a lot of money. So now your product can give a signal to the person that even if you are using a laptop, it may be dangerous. Anytime it may shut down and you may lose your, all vital data. So if you have seen toothpaste, they have a change in the color which says these are no more of any use. So you can use some artificial intelligence smart chips in your product, which will give you a trigger, a hint, a cue that now it is time to get away with this product. So we discussed so many ways how we can trigger the need, right? You can also use, promotion to trigger the product. Like you can say, hey guys, if you are using desktop, you are not modern. So make them feel as if, look, what are you doing? This is not what is expected out of you. So design the message in such a way and make them feel you are not old, you are trendy. Should you not go for a laptop than a desktop? So trendy ways of communication, or communication wherein you infuse fear, or communication wherein you say, there is an offer which is limited, rush immediately, buy it, you will gain. Such a type of communication can trigger a need, right? Let's come to which is exchange offer, discount offer, pay now, buy now, pay later, some easy finance. I talked about product which is smart chips, or the gentleman who said different type of packaging of the product. Another is to do with your physical distribution. Now we are using different types of channels. So channels can also form as an element to trigger your need, like social channel. So in the social channel, if I see lot of me type of people, me means people who belong to my category, my class, like me, if they are buying or they are using some sophisticated tool, why not me? Yeah. So such type of mix, either product, price, promotion, physical distribution, can be used to influence consumers to make them recognize the need. So what did we discuss? We discussed the first stage is need recognition. Need recognition can be made very obvious by bringing a huge gap between the actual and the desired state. Then we talked about, so in need recognition, we talked about make a gap between the actual state and the desired state, make it very, and this you can make through external stimulus. And I said external stimulus can be product, wherein we discuss smart products, packaging in different ways. We also discussed about price, wherein you can go for easy finance, or you can go for buy now, pay later, or you can go for, exchange offers, discounts, like that. Now, I also talked about promotion, which means communication. So you can communicate in such a way, maybe through mannequin, through PO, point of purchase, through displays, attractive displays, or maybe through, you can say, guys, you're not buying things which are trendy, why not go and buy it? It is available. Or you can go for physical distribution using social, social platform like Facebook, Twitter, and things, and make people think people like you are using, why not you? If you're not using, you're missing something, and make it available. So these are the ways how you can trigger the need recognition, the first stage. But for whatever action we discussed just now, first try to understand the why. So if you understand customer A, customer B, customer C, the why aspect, you can design your action accordingly. So it may so happen that for customer A, maybe physical distribution would work out. For customer B, maybe product packaging can work out. Maybe for customer C, pricing is something which will work out, because for him it is because of price he is not buying the product, or he does not recognize the need. He feels that it is beyond my reach. So first why, and then do how, which is action. Any questions?
Ma'am, I have one question here.
Yeah.
Say, when we are targeting a mass audience, right? And every geography, even every set of customer would be having a different need or want, right? Now, when we are doing a marketing campaign, how we can address all the things in single campaign? Say, practically speaking, I'm heading a online business for a broking company. Where every customer would be having a different need when it comes to investment, but we cannot advertise, or when we cannot create a campaign where we can cover all the needs. So in such scenario, what should be our strategy?
Alok, what did I say? I never said you should go for only communication, which means advertising. I said any P can be used. You can go for different product. When I say different product, which means different branding, different packaging, different style, design of product, which is called basic product. Yeah, advanced version of the product. So you can do something in terms of product. In pricing, you can go for different types of pricing, which is called value-based pricing. So maybe for a particular category, you can go for a low price with a basic model. And for people who are service sensitive, quality sensitive, you can go for a high price with added version. Yeah. I talked about promotion, wherein I said use different communication, different forms of communication, different media of communication. Some can use outdoor media, some can use indoor media, some can use traditional media, some can use personalized communication through email, direct marketing. There are personal ways of communicating. And then finally, I said physical distribution. So physical distribution, maybe, gentlemen, as you said, you deal with the people who go for stock, market. They deal with stock market. So you can use online platform, you can use physical platform, you can use a combination of a platform. So it's not only advertising which you should look for. Like, let me give you an example of Zerodha. I think you know about it. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sure. So when Zerodha came into the market in early 90s, they figured out first, they found out the consumers. What type of consumers? What are the things which are barriers to investment? So during that time, they figured out that people were not much aware. Knowledge, financial knowledge was lacking in terms of investment. So what they did, they figured out that let me help them in deciding the investment. So they managed the portfolio. But these two gentlemen were not able to do so because there were a lot of people who wanted them to do investment on their behalf. So they thought, why not come up with an online platform which would help them to understand the product. They had a simple Excel sheet which would calculate, and also they priced very low because people were at that time very skeptical. So therefore, they made their online platform so very simple with little information, not cluttered information. But if you need more information, there were drop-down menus. They had Excel sheet which could calculate what is the return and the growth which you will get. And besides these, they also had a blog wherein they talked a lot about finance, financial investment, what you should do, how you should do, and not specifically about their product, their platform. It was all about the financial knowledge. This platform, which was a blog, told people about why should you invest, how should you invest, where should you go, what are the things which you should be careful about. And in that way, they were very, very successful. They figured out, when they made a survey of the market, they figured out basically broadly, you can divide investors into three categories. One is the students. They go for making very minimum amount, 500, 1000 maybe in a year, or 2 times 500 in a year. There were people like me and you who could invest to some lakhs, but there were people who were traders. They invest regularly and huge amount. So for all these three categories, they came up with mix of P's depending on the price, the product, the physical distribution, and the promotion. Right? And here the promotion was all about education. How to educate people to know about financial instruments and investment. The product was all about the platform, that is the online platform. The physical distribution was all about, over here, it is information, how you get the information. So it was all about Excel and other type of tools and software which helped you to make an understanding about the return, the risk which you have. So they went in a very different way because they understood that the segments are very different. Yeah. So therefore, the answer to you is first go for STP, segmentation, targeting, and then position. Yeah. Could I make myself clear?
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was pretty clear.
Yeah. So I can give a generic example for people who are not into financial investment. Let us say I am a marketer who wants to design preventive healthcare or cancer screening test. Yeah. So first I have to go for segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So what is segmentation? Meaning this is the market. Please divide it into homogeneous group. So group A, group B, group C, group D, group E, group F, and group G. A, all the persons in A, this group should be almost similar. Group A should be very different from group B. So also from group C. So each of the group should be heterogeneous, but member in each group should be homogeneous. That's called segment. So you can do segmentation based on demographic, psychographic, geographic, behavioral, occasion, technology, physiology. Yeah. So therefore, when we say demographic, meaning age, gender, occupation, family life cycle. When I say geographic, meaning region, domestic, international, rural, urban, zip code. When I say psychographic, meaning your interest, activities, and opinion, I can classify you into different categories. When I say behavioral, meaning how are you very brand loyal? Do you buy very frequently? Are you a chain smoker? Things like that. How much do you buy? What's your behavior? Are you loyal? Are you a person who is not loyal? You buy sometimes Pepsodent, sometimes Colgate, sometimes what is that which Patanjali sells? I'm forgetting the name.
Dant
of
Kranti. Dant Kranti.
Yeah. So your loyalty is not sticking to one. You are not brand loyal. Yeah. Occasion. When do you use a product? On what occasion? How frequently? With whom do you use? Who all uses it? Then next is technology. Are you having technological footprints across different social media? Yeah, like if you ask me, I'm not techno savvy in terms of I am not present in Facebook, in Twitter, in LinkedIn, in any other platform, knowingly. I don't want to. Yeah. So, and then finally I said physiology means my health. If I have to quit smoking, does my physiology permit me to do it? Yeah. So these are different ways how you can segment the market. Now, if you segment the market, let's say in case of cancer screening, I can use psychographic. For example, I can use any one, I can use combination. So let us say I use psychographic. So psychographic says customer 1, customer 2, customer 3. This means segment 1, segment 2, segment 3. So there may be n number of customers each of the segment. I wanted actually to use psychographic and demographic, but possible that I was not allowed to collect demographic data because it is something to do with privacy. Government does not allow me, right? So therefore, I will be happy with the psychographic. In psychographic, what did I do? I wanted to segment the market into 3 based on attitude and opinion, and I figured out that segment 1, they are aware, but they don't see the urgency, hence no intention of action. Segment 2 are aware, they see the urgency. So here there is no urgency, no intention. Here there is awareness, urgency, but no intention. Segment 3, neither aware nor urgent nor intent. Nothing works here. Right? So all these segments are women for whom cancer screening treatment is a must, or not treatment, cancer screening test. Yeah, so that we go for preventive and not go for corrective, which is very expensive. And by that time, it's almost over. You are in stage 2, very acute. You cannot be cured. And now, if I go for segment 1, see the urgency, hence no action. Vis-a-vis segment 2, who are aware but and see the urgency but no action. Vis-a-vis 3, no awareness, no urgency, no action. Do you think I should go for the same type of a message? No, it will not work. Possibly for these people, I should only talk about intention, meaning action. Let me understand why they are not going for an action. Yeah, so possibly they are not going for the action because they think if we go for cancer screening, we may be surprised to come up with discovering many more diseases which we don't want to. So they are apprehensive. Should my communication not talk about those things to take care of the risk apprehensions which they have? Segment 2, they are aware, they see the urgency, and then they are not going for action. So tell them what are the steps to go for action. So where they can meet the doctor, or which are the areas where screening are done, what is the phone number for call for action. And segment 3, no awareness, no intention because no urgency. So here first you have to go for creating awareness and saying, this much number of people in the country are affected by lungs cancer. And the people who are affected by lung cancer, 70% of them, they die. Something of that sort. So therefore, for these 3 segments, message and the media will be different. Could I make myself clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me go through the chat.
Yes, ma'am.
I can go for another example. Let us go for the example of apparel. Maybe you can connect. How many of you are aware of this brand?
We are aware, ma'am.
This brand is classic, trendy, cool for college students. Yeah.
Cost
How many
friendly
of you
also.
are aware of this brand?
Yes, we are.
This is for middle and high-end premium segment. This is for college-going students.
Right.
Affordable price.
Yes, cost
Yeah?
friendly.
Yes, all these are from the house of
Tata.
So two different brands. So the gentleman who asked me the question, madam, when we have so many type of investors, how can we go for different communication? It's not necessary that you have to only go for different communication. You may go for two different types of brands and position them accordingly. So when I talk about positioning, so let us say you segmented the market based on demographics, which means income and age, and psychographic, which is to do with trendy, cool, and something which is in trend, fashion. You combine these two, right? So what did you do? Your segment which you are targeting is college students, low income, affordable price, those who want to be trendy, cool, and with the fashion. So they wear the dress 3-4 times and throw it off. Yeah. So if this is my segment whom I want to target, and these are the college going students who will have a lot of demand for such type of items, I will go for positioning. So what is positioning? Who is your target group? What is your difference, which is POD? What is your frame of reference? Is your reasons to believe? So what is my TG? TG is college students. What is the point of difference? My point of difference is price, trendy, affordable, stylish, fashionable. What is the frame of reference? It is apparel. Yeah. And what is the reasons to believe? Why should you believe that these products are affordable? They are trendy because the fabrics they use. Yeah. Trendy means, their shelf, you will find new cloths very fast. The turnover time is very fast. They don't remain there for a long time. So reasons to believe means, why will people believe that you are affordable, you are trendy? Because they see new arrivals of the apparels, new design, new color, which is affordable. So this is the target, segmentation, targeting and positioning, STP. So the gentleman who asked the question, please go for STP. Yeah, got it? And when they go for this one, this one, these are all located in places where the rent is low. So you will find Zudio retail outlet, not in the main city, but in the outskirts, because they are selling low. The operation cost has to be low. But if you go for west side, prices will be high. The retail store operation cost will be high because of the outlook, because of the ambience, because of many other features which are added. And that is how they want to position things. Any doubt? Yeah. Any doubt? Have you understood?
No, ma'am. It's clear.
We will go to the next phase of the journey. The next phase of the journey is called as, my class is till what time?
1:15, I think.
1:50.
So 11:30, we should go for a break. Shall we go for a break of 5-10 minutes?
Okay, ma'am.
So now it is 11:35 as per my watch.
So we'll back at 11:45.
11:50 or 11:45 as you wish. So we will be back by
50.
break. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
50-50.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.